Let's get into it. This is week 3.
Fantasy football crew.
Got
the fucking shirts.
Got the merch.
And the merch, you know.
Coming through.
Cozy.
All right.
I need one, holla at me.
All right, so let's get into things.
Cost though.
Let's talk about QB injury bug. Man, it is a tough time.
It was Drew Brees,
Sam Darnold,
Ben Roethlisberger, Sam Darnold been hurt for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's tough time to be NFL QB.
Didn't Eli get benched? But I don't think nobody had him on there.
I mean, QB's acting like Jordan, getting hurt for no reason, finding ways to get injured.
Didn't he hurt his ankle in kickball?
Yeah, he did hurt his ankle. I mean, I don't know what's funnier. He hurt his ankle in kickball. Chase broke his fucking...
In softball.
Chase broke his fucking ankle for the alumni. Shout out to Chase making a speedy recovery and playing this year, though. But yeah, tough QBs, it's tough time. It's a tough time to be a QB in the NFL right now. I mean, It seems like every week something new's coming. Cold as ice. Derailed his... He didn't even... Cold as Ice put up a game that would have been a barn burner last season. 78 points. That would have been
like top of. That would have been like you the top of the top of the league in standard league.
Oh yeah, you'd have climbed the ladder in standard league with that score. But man, with this new PPR format, the points are going up. So I mean, that being said, BJ, obviously made some moves accordingly. So I mean, let's get into that. Let's talk about the waiver pickups. First, I gotta mention my man Chase had the number one over. I don't know if he had number one priority. I'm not really sure who had number one priority. I just know he picked first, so he was pretty low at the bottom. And this dude
picks up a kicker.
He dropped the kicker and picked up a kicker. I don't know. I don't know if you spend waiver priority on a kicker, but he did it.
Which one of his plugs told him to pick up?
Yeah. Who texted you and told you to pick up that kicker? Man. But, I mean, then we move into, other moves. 2-1 picks up DeMarcus Robinson. Frank Gore. For a team like 2-1, I feel, looking at the early previews, I mean, we've talked about it and we've said, 2-1 kind of doesn't really have a bench. And I feel like this is nice depth. DeMarcus Robinson and Frank Gore, I think that's nice plugs right now. Especially with the Devin Singletary. I think he's got an ankle, whatever he's got going on right now.
Yeah. Hamstring.
Hamstring. I feel like that's a good move. Then we go into the villains. I picked up Josh Allen. My thought process behind that: Carson Wentz is not going to have a starting receiver.
No.
So
you got Deshaun Jackson out for like 2-4 weeks.
Yeah.
You got
Alshon
Jeffrey out. All you got is a tight end.
Right.
And that deep ass running back.
And I mean, as much as people want to tell me Nelson Aguilar is the next big thing for the last 3 years, but his hands are made of fucking stone. So, I mean, had he caught that pass, I'd probably be fucking 2-0 right now. But
yes.
That's in the past. Keyshawn went up, pick up Andy Dalton. That's
a good pick.
Like I said,
Andy Dalton producing.
He had Big Ben on his. I think he's on his bench. He's got 2 QBs, I think.
I mean, he's been keeping Tom. Didn't he? He kept Tom Brady this year.
I believe so. Cold as Ice obviously goes out, makes the moves, pick up Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, that's good. Good pick. You put Drew Brees on the bridge in 6 weeks. Still got that bet though.
yeah. That bet is still active. Just because Drew gets hurt, we don't off it.
Running backs.
He did drop O.J. Howard for the Packers D. He's got George Kittle, but my question to you: do you drop O.J. Howard?
Mm-hmm. Not now. It's week 2, and I seen Bruce Arians said something about they're gonna get him more balls. So, I mean,
towards the end of last year, he was on fire.
But I just think Jameis Winston. That just quarterback situation is crazy right now.
Agree. Even though you have Kittle, I still don't know if I'm like I'm normally not about rostering 2 tight ends, but you had Kittle and then you had OJ, and I just don't feel like this is the right time to drop.
OJ Howard.
To drop OJ Howard.
It's week 2. It's week 2. It's too early. I think it's too early.
I mean, for the Packers D, which don't get me wrong, I think the Packers D could be a startable each week.
Hell yeah, because who they going up against? They're going against
Denver
this week.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Joe Flacco been...
Yeah, and we've seen how that game ended with
Who picked up the Cowboys defense this week?
Me. I have the Cowboys D. buying all shares of anything going on with Miami, like anything against Miami.
That's gonna be the streaming defense every week. Every week.
Like, I want the Cowboys kicker. I want everything. If they would let me pick up the Cowboys water boy, I would do that as well.
Yeah,
just to get points. Because people in Miami don't want to play football no more.
No.
I mean, the front office is. I mean, with them trading away star players and stuff, I just feel like tanking doesn't work in the NFL. The NBA, no. I mean, in the NBA maybe, but the NFL.
But they got what 2 or 3 first round picks this year. So I mean,
but how can you?
It's your upper management that's gonna get it to work.
I feel like it's a lot. Like in the NBA, okay, let's say you tanking. Like let's say you put a bad roster out on NBA court.
Yeah.
Nobody's getting hurt.
Nobody's getting hurt.
Nobody's getting blown up.
You got fucking Ryan Fitzpatrick, and you traded for Josh Rosen. Yeah, Josh Rosen. You traded for Josh Rosen, and you're not starting him. You pick it up. Oh,
that's how you know that. I said either one or two things. Either Josh Rosen is really done, and he's not what anybody thought, or two. They think they have something, and they're like, "Well, they're just gonna wait. Fuck it, sit it out. We're gonna make Fitzpatrick do this." It could be. That's what I was thinking.
Well, this is not like fantasy. This is supposed to be fantasy football. We can get into this next year.
Yeah. So let's move in. Let's talk about our top 10s, right? So we'll read them off. Who you got? Who you got number 1?
I got Boss number 1.
Okay.
Then I go Chase number 2.
Mm-hmm.
King number 3. I go myself, number 4. 2-1, number 5. BJ, number 3. Carrie, number 2. No. Hey, this is the second podcast.
It's the second podcast.
I'm going to rewind.
Them Who Dat Golden Nails.
Nails are hitting strong. 5.04% alcohol, Let me start it back up. Boss, Chase, King, T. Adam, 2-1, BJ, Carrie, Josh, Chris, and Cotton.
All right, so then I go Chase, Boss, King, 2-1, Carrie, T. Adam, BJ, Chris Sr., and Cotton. So the top looks. I mean, it's pretty interchangeable. I'll be completely honest. I had no idea that I would ever put Chase at the top of any fucking list for any power rankings.
Carrie is number 1 in points right now. So I'm like.
Well, the thing was, I mean, the first game, Lamar Jackson scored 53 points and he still lost. I mean, that's why I kind of got him up, because I feel like Carrie has the potential to improve. But Chase is like...
I draft a quarter of his team.
But Chase is like...
whoever dropped the rest of his team.
Chase is doing nice things.
And he got a solid team.
My only thing with Chase is what does he do the rest of the season?
Management.
Kicker. He would pick up a kicker. I mean, they could have... I don't know. I mean, did he need a quarterback? Or maybe he could have got a DeMarcus Robinson or a Frank Gore or something like that? I don't know. But... kicker? Like, come on, Chase. Make some moves. Do something.
Classic Chase move.
Vintage Chase move right there. That I don't understand. But I do have him number 1, though, because his team is really solid. And I feel like his bench is pretty good where he doesn't have to make too many moves. But I feel like the thing that separates you from being a good team versus being a great team is those little moves. You know what I'm saying? He could have did things and improved his team still this week. Yeah. Then I go Boss. As we talking about Boss, like I said, we both got him 1-2. I feel like it is like that.
It is like a flip flop. Like the top 5, like the top, 5 or 7.
Yeah.
I think the top 3 could.
It's 3, like this.
4.
Let's talk about it like this. It's Boss and Chase 1 and 2.
Everybody else.
Chris and Cotton last, holding it down, and then in the middle interchange.
It's just like,
because it's been crazy back and forth. So. In that, I just feel like, whoever, any given.
We gotta switch back this up because Coda Zeiss dropped Matthew Stafford for Kyler Murray.
Okay, look, podcast news. As we were filming it, getting the information, he had Matthew Stafford. He drops Matthew Stafford to go pick up Kyler Murray. I feel like that's a better move.
That's a better move. I mean, you got Kyler Murray throwing 50+ passes a game, so I mean, that's good. That's a good move, and he's deep with the running back position.
Yeah, that's a great move by BJ.
Jesus.
Like I said, that interchangeability between all them teams. 2-1, I feel like looking at his roster at the beginning of the season before we knew what we knew, looked like a juggernaut.
Yes.
Now that we look at it, I don't think teams fear 2-1 the way they used to. Right? Like his team that used to be fear 2-1. I don't think he's putting the fear in people the way he used to.
I mean, he got Tyreek and AJ Green on his bench, but you don't know when they're gonna come back.
Yeah, it's too many ifs. This bench. I know he keeps.
Austin Hooper could like the first game he posted up this season, he had a good game. This next game,
yeah, and then he traded away Phillip Lindsay, which is running back depth for that.
That's running back depth, yeah.
So I mean, I just not sure. Like I said, I feel like 2-1's done some nice things. I feel like his team is like on the right track. Obviously, I'm not trying to sit here and say 2-1's not a good team because he is, but at the end of the day,
to lose us 16 or 15 for Mahomes, I mean,
yeah, that is just I don't know.
Mahomes, Kamara, and Thomas, that's your top.
And then with the Drew Brees injury, you're looking at Thomas and Kamara potentially taking a hit. If not Kamara, definitely Thomas.
Well, I don't think Thomas because. What other receiver they got in the roster?
It's true. It's just it worries me a little bit about who's going to play QB for the Saints in order to get that. You don't feel as confident. With it going out. We get it. I mean, Josh. Like I said, I feel like Josh is trying to make moves. Josh sent me a trade offer. Forget the specifics. What I told you was.
What it was.
For John Brown, was it Kerryon Johnson for like John Brown and somebody else on his team? Oh, John Brown and Kareem Hunt. Which he bought into the Kareem Hunt stock, and I just feel like even when Kareem Hunt comes back, he's not taking carries away from Nick Chubb.
The way Chubb looked like that tonight, and I think Chubb's gonna be better moving forward too.
Oh yeah, like solid second down back, but I feel like. Depending on the timeshare, some of those second down backs don't even mean anything. Like Latavius Murray at the beginning of the season looked like a great pickup if he would have had that Mark Ingram role. But he doesn't have the Mark Ingram role.
4 or 5 carries a game.
Exactly. And then he's used more as a blocking back. Like, he's not filled that role. And I feel like Kareem Hunt, while we've seen what he could do when he runs the ball, I mean, what does he do outside of Andy Reid's offense?
Exactly.
So that's why, like I said, I'm a little low on Josh. You as well. That, like I said, that core mix up between us right now. I just feel like there's so much potential because the field's open. Truthfully, I thought it was going to be all right. Well, who's playing 2-1, and now it looks more so like who's making it there?
Who's making it? Who's making it to the top 4?
Yeah.
Who's making it to week 15 and 16 this year? Yeah, week 15 and 16. Who's making it week 15 and 16 this year? I think it's going to be a pretty much shit. You could probably say Cotton and
Keyshawn
still got a shot. It's only week 2.
Yeah, I mean, Cotton still got. I mean, Cotton went pick up Dak. He's made some good moves. He played Moody this week. He's made like some really good moves. The only thing, my biggest gripe with Cotton, why he continues to be at the bottom of my list,
he draft all these Chargers players and bench them.
Why draft if you know this is my favorite team, I want to play people on my favorite team, or I have my favorite team but they're not so good.
But he got it.
Why? Like he stabs himself in the foot all the time. Like I said, he's got Dak right now. Dak's playing Miami. Real thought behind Cotton, maybe I should start Phillip Rivers. Like, I never forget, it was a playoff game.
Listen,
we're
giving him advice.
Listen, it was a playoff game. He messaged me, I think it was like a year or two back. Who should I start? It was a QB. And this is the year he won the title. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to go with Phillip Rivers. And I'm like, nah. I think it was like either Phillip Rivers or Matthew Stafford. It was something like that. I'm going to go Phillip Rivers. And I'm like, man, I don't know about going Phillip Rivers for this playoff opportunity. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm going to go Phillip Rivers. Luckily, that time it paid off. following time, like another time for him to get into the playoffs, Phillip Rivers needed fucking 10 yards, like a first down would have won him the game. He couldn't get a first down. In 2 quarters, he couldn't get a first down. So
Jesus Christ.
So I said, Cotton that's why he continues to remain at the bottom. Until Cotton can show me something different, and like I said, even he beats me this week. That does great for his resume, but he just needs to do something different. Let's go into from our rankings to talk about matchup of the week. Chase? COPD's nuts.
COPD's nuts. Matchup of the week.
Chase and Kerry.
That's going to be a good matchup.
Oh, I think so, too.
We're going to see what Chase...
Yeah.
If Chase is...
This is why it's matchup of the week, because I feel like this week it shows if Chase is a contender or a fucking pretender.
You got 2-0 versus the highest person scoring in the league.
Right.
We're going to see where...
Right. Because, it
weighs out.
Yeah, because, Chase better get with all of his fantasy sources and, put them in a group text or something and see what's going on.
Do like Adam Schefter right here.
Because, it's going to be a tough matchup because, like I said, I had, Kerry right on the 2-1 and stuff. And Kerry's team, like you said, top scoring team, Lamar Jackson. I have confidence. A lot of people want to sell high on Lamar Jackson, but I have confidence in Lamar Jackson.
Just his running back situation right now.
I have faith Lamar Jackson's going to be Lamar Jackson.
You got Dalvin Cook and Thompson. You have no running back.
Right, but Chris Thompson,
but
with a squad like Juju, Devontae Adams, all you really, and he's got John Ross. All you really need, truth be told, from Chris Thompson is to go out and catch 5, 6, 7 passes, get you some yards to put up 10 points. He gets you 10 points, you good.
But you never know.
But you never know.
With that Washington offense, they didn't run the hell out of AP. That's my thing. That with guys out, they always run. When you're starting running, when last year, I forgot who got hurt. Maybe it was Christian Thompson. He got hurt.
Yeah.
They came and ran AP.
Yeah, because Chris Thompson. Because Chris Thompson, they were doing kind of what they're doing now, dumping off to Chris Thompson. He got hurt.
He's gonna be they went.
PPR.
But they murdered the ball with fucking Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, so that's what I said. It'll be interesting. I'm really excited about this contest. Chase, please move the kicker that you picked up into your lineup because that's some stuff you would not do.
Please drop Cam Newton.
Drop who?
Cam Newton.
Yeah, please. Yeah, just drop him. You can drop Cam Newton. Nobody wants Cam Newton. I think it's fair to say. That Carolina. That's a whole even another discussion. We're talking about that QB bug, and Cam Newton has not even looked like a shell of his former self.
Hell no.
Like Cam Newton, who is even Cam Newton?
Look like James Winston. I thought, you ever played pick up football, 2, 3, you got 5 people and you was quarterback for both?
Right.
I thought it was Cam Newton. I thought it was James Winston last week.
Yeah, it was just changing out jerseys and throwing for both teams. Yeah.
Shit for both teams. Yeah, that's how bad they both look.
Yeah, because as an owner of Christian McCaffrey, man, I'm looking at it and he had 0 catches. I'm like, what the heck? So I tuned into the game.
Against Tampa Bay defense.
I tuned into the game. And he's missing dink and dunk off passes left and right. He's throwing it over his head. He's doing this, and I'm like you said, who the famous kind of quote? Who the fuck is that guy? Yeah,
exactly.
So, man, I don't know, but it'll be interesting this week. Like I said, Chase and Kerry. I think that's that ought to be a interesting matchup.
Interesting matchup.
But that about does it for us. We'll wrap it up this week. We'll check y'all again.
Who's coming on next?
Who's coming on the podcast?
We got the quarter week analyst for the first 4 weeks.
First 4 weeks. Who's going to be at the quarter podcast?
1 or 2 of y'all. It'll be all right.
Take it easy. All right, y'all.